Emma, aren't you? You've got some nerve stealing my dad away from me. Excuse me? My dad told me that you're the person he's going to marry. Okay. Who do you think you are? You think you can just marry my dad without telling me? Can you call yourself an adult when lacking that much common sense? I'll never accept you as a mother. Hold on. Who do you mean by my dad exactly? Who are you? Are you kidding me? Are you by some chance Robert's daughter? Yes, it's me, Courtney. I'm his one and only child. Don't play stupid with me. Hold on, I don't believe this. I haven't heard anything about this. What now? Robert has a child. He didn't say a word about having children. Although he did say he'd been married once. I never imagined he actually had a child as well. Don't act like you didn't know. You don't just marry someone without knowing they have children. So what? Were you planning to just pretend like I don't exist? No, that's not it at all. Listen here. I am 100% against you marrying my dad. If you were some young, beautiful girl, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But I can't believe he would want to marry some old failure that couldn't find a man her whole life. Who are you calling a failure? An old hag like you is not a good match for my dad. Don't get ahead of yourself just because he decided to remarry. As his daughter, I oppose your marriage, so do me a favor and just take a hike. Are you serious? My dad says he's still planning to go through with the wedding, even though I told him what a reject you are. But sorry, I won't accept that. So cancel that wedding as soon as possible. And get out of his life entirely while you're at it. Robert, what's going on? I just got a message from your daughter.
What? You talked to Courtney?
Tell me what's going on. This is the first time I've heard anything about a child.
Emma, I'm so sorry.
I'd rather an explanation than an apology.
Okay, well, I know I should have told you before, but it's true that I have a daughter. Her name is Courtney, and she turns 20 this year.
So this must be the daughter from your last marriage. Who has custody?
It was joint custody, but she's 20 now, so she lives by herself.
I see. Why would you hide something so important?
Look, I'm really sorry. I was thinking you probably wouldn't want to get involved with me if you found out I had a daughter. Up until this point, I've met a lot of good people. But the moment they find out I have a daughter, they get turned off.
So you think it's okay to just get married while hiding the fact that you have a child?
But I told you, didn't I? Courtney is already 20 years old. She's already graduated high school and is quite independent.
So what? Does that mean it's okay to keep it a secret and marry me?
No, that's not what I meant.
Did you think you could hide it forever? Your daughter contacted me and she was quite aggressive. She said that she objects to the wedding and she wants me to break up with you as soon as possible.
Look, just let me sort things out with Courtney. I'm the reason things have turned out this way. I know I can bring her around about the whole marriage.
Do you think that's the issue here? Robert, listen. I know this is going to hurt you, but I think I need some time to think about this.
What do you mean?
There's a difference between marrying someone knowing they have a child and marrying someone who is lying about not having a child. I haven't prepared myself for this development. I know we're officially together, but I need to think about what lies from this point.
Wait, don't tell me. Are you actually talking about breaking up?
To be honest, I wouldn't say there's no chance of that happening.
I can't believe this. Please don't make this decision so quickly. The wedding is just around the corner. We're already halfway through preparations for the honeymoon as well.
I see where you're coming from, but can you expect me to still marry you after finding this out? Even the thought of living together is putting me off.
Please don't say things like that. We're already committed to each other. And as my future wife, don't you think you should act a little more like it?
Are you serious right now?
Isn't this wedding the moment you've been waiting for? It's such a waste to think about breaking up after coming this far.
In what way is this the moment I've been waiting for?
Exactly as it sounds. Finally, you'll no longer be a single 40-year-old. I mean, don't you remember how happy you were when I proposed to you?
Are you kidding me right now?
What do you think will happen if we break up? You'll just go back to being a single, miserable 40-year-old.
Did you just call me miserable?
Do you really think being a single 40-year-old is a better outcome? Not only that, but a 40-year-old who ran off right before her wedding? There's no chance anyone would want to date someone like that.
Excuse me?
With that in mind, is it really a good idea to break up with me? I would say no, but that's just me.
I can't believe that's how you think about me.
It's so obvious that breaking up is the stupid move to make here. Especially when the reason is just because you found out that I have a child from a previous marriage. Like, how petty can you get, really?
Right, let's make this clear. This isn't up to you at all. This is my decision to make.
I'm begging you, don't make such a big deal out of this. Courtney is already 20 years old. She doesn't need to be raised like a child. I know I can turn her around to be more approving of the wedding. Just wait, please.
I gotta say, you're a bold one, Emma. Excuse me? Today's the big day. You finally get your wedding. Even after being told countless times to break up with him, you're still going along, acting like nothing happened.
Sorry, I don't think I follow you, Courtney.
Not only that, but you didn't even have the decency to send me an invitation. Having the wedding without inviting the groom's daughter really is quite something, you know that?
Courtney, there's something you should know about the wedding.
If you're gonna give me excuses, I don't want to hear it.
What do you mean excuses?
I have a really clear picture of what type of woman you are. You're the type of lowlife that treats your husband's child like an obstacle in their way. For that reason alone, there's no way I could let my dad marry someone like that.
It's not your decision to make, but okay.
I told you over and over not to marry him, but in the end, you're still going through with it. That's actually quite scummy. But I have some bad news for you. If you were thinking everything was gonna go as planned, think again.
What are you talking about?
It looks like someone has gone and ripped that dress you were supposed to wear today to shreds!
What?
Not just the dress, but the entire venue is absolutely trashed. All the flowers have been completely destroyed as well.
Oh my God.
Well, it serves you right. This is what happens when you try and marry my dad behind my back. Enjoy your wedding in a shredded dress and a dumpster of a hall.
Sorry to tell you, but I'm not getting married today.
Wait, what? What do you mean you aren't getting married today?
Just like I said, I don't actually have any plans today at all.
What are you saying? You do know that my dad did tell me the wedding was today, right?
When you say your dad told you, when was that exactly?
Like 2 weeks ago. It was right before I messaged you. I tried to get him to call it off right then and there, but he wouldn't listen. He said the wedding was in 2 weeks and I would just have to accept it because he wasn't going to cancel it. That's why I messaged you.
Okay, I'm beginning to see what happened here.
What do you mean, what happened?
I hate to break this to you, Courtney. About a week after that, we called the wedding off. Robert and I broke up.
What now? You actually broke up?
Yeah, I decided to break up with him.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
This is what you wanted all along, right? No, that is true. It's just you decided faster than I thought, I guessed. Actually, I didn't really think you'd break up in the first place. Of course I would. I really didn't know Robert had a child. Not that I had a problem with you. Well, in theory at least. In reality, you're quite unpleasant. But my main issue was just that I couldn't believe he'd hide something like that from me. I felt completely lied to. Your father tried to change my mind. He asked me if I was really prepared to go back to being a single 40-year-old. Right at that moment, I realized there was a part of him looking down on me, and I lost all interest in him. Wait, you broke up with him over something like that? In times like this, the best thing to do is listen to your heart. If he's hiding his own child at this stage, the likelihood he'll hide something down the line is high. If you're in a relationship where you can't share important things with each other, there's no reason in getting married, right? I guess I understand a little bit where you're coming from. Even so, I'm amazed Dad took the breakup so easily. Slow down, I didn't say he took it easily. He didn't? He begged me to stay with him when he saw I was serious, but like I said, it was just too late. We're both already quite old, and I don't have any time to be wasting with people who are going to lie to me and look down on me. Really? So you just blew him off, just like that? I sure did. I'm sorry to tell you, but he cried his eyes out. Oh no! So now you're starting to worry about others apart from yourself? Our plans for the wedding have already been canceled. Despite that you've destroyed someone else's dress and ruined their venue. So Courtney, whose wedding did you just ruin? Oh no. Completely destroying a wedding venue is a pretty big deal. Just so you know, if the police get involved in this, I have nothing to do with it. Oh no! You're right. I just destroyed someone's wedding. Whose was it? Whose wedding did I just wreck? How am I supposed to know? What should I do? I thought that was my dad's wedding. I would never have done something like this to anyone else. Don't you think it would be best to go and turn yourself in? If you don't, the police are going to get involved and it'll turn into a bigger ordeal. Police? No way. What do you think? If I apologize, would they let me off the hook? Maybe they'll forgive me if I get on my knees and beg. You can only hope for the best. But the world isn't that kind. I'm not going to be taken away by the police, right? This was just a careless mistake. No one told me you guys broke up in the first place. So there's no way they could arrest me, right? You're asking the wrong person. I'll leave it at that, considering I've split up with your father and this has nothing to do with me.
Please hear me out, Emma. Courtney just made a huge error in judgment. She was under the impression we were still getting married and absolutely destroyed the venue.
I've already heard that from the culprit herself.
Courtney talked to you?
She was boasting about how much damage she did. She ripped off the wedding dress and all the flowers as well.
Really? That girl?
But she then became quite anxious after I told her we'd split and already canceled the wedding.
So that's what happened.
In my last message to her, I told her to go and apologize. So I wonder what happened after that.
I'll tell you what happened. I got a desperate message from my daughter saying the owners of the hall are asking her to pay damages.
Well, you couldn't expect anything less than that. How much for the damages?
It's about $140,000.
Wow.
Not only that, if we don't pay today, they're going to contact the police. Apparently, the chairs and tables took a lot of damage, so that's added to the charges. Not only that, but the dress was quite an expensive one too. Altogether, the damages work out to be $140,000.
That could be a little bit of an issue.
This is more than a little issue. So that's why I'm begging you, Emma. Please help us get out of this pickle.
Excuse me?
You got cash, right? Please, we need your help.
So what if I've got money? Why should I help you after you lied to me and insulted me?
If you help us out, Courtney said she will approve of us getting married.
Okay, and?
Doesn't that work out for everyone? You help and you'll be in good graces with Courtney. Not only that, but we can marry unopposed. It's a happy ending for everyone.
I'm so disgusted I'm basically speechless. Goodbye. Emma, please! My dad told me everything. You're a doctor earning over $210,000 a year, right? Ugh, what now? Please, I need your help. The damages for the hall are so high. I've already said no to your father. I'm begging you to have a change of heart. Not only will I be okay with you marrying Dad, I'll even call you Mom. You think any of that is worth $140,000 to me? If that's what you think, your head is emptier than I thought. Why? I'm just an old, rejected 40-year-old, right? You don't want to give someone like that your precious dad, right? There's no need to change your mind so easily. Well, actually, I'm washing my hands of this whole thing. Good luck finding $140,000. Oh, no, wait! Please wait. Don't worry about the money, but please don't go. What now? Look, I'm really serious when I say you don't need to worry about the money, so I'm begging you on this one. Could you come with me to the venue?
You mean the one you just destroyed?
Yes. And why in the world would I want to do something like that? If you can just come and tell the bridegroom this was all a big mistake, that would mean a lot to me. Just convince them this wasn't some revenge tactic against them. Huh? What do you mean? Is there any point in me explaining that? If there wasn't a point, I wouldn't be asking you to help me. Please come. You've got no connection to the bride and groom, right? If all you've done is make a mistake, why would they think this is a revenge tactic? Well, actually, I'm lightly acquainted with them. That's why there's this big misunderstanding. Oh, God. You actually know the bride and groom of this wedding. That's what I'm telling you. I know them. Not only that, the groom is actually my ex-boyfriend. The plot thickens. I broke up with him about half a year ago. We were living together with the intention of getting married, but I didn't clean up enough and he kicked me out. Then straight after that, he got a new girlfriend. They're getting married before even living together or anything. Okay, is that it? Around that time, I heard about Dad getting married. As you know, I went a little ballistic. I'm already 20, so it's not like I really care about who my dad gets married to. But still, it creeped me out and I decided to go against the wedding. You mean to say you were basically against the wedding for no reason? Yeah, I didn't think it would be that serious, but at the end you guys actually broke up. Then the wedding I destroyed just happened to be my ex-boyfriend's. Sometimes these coincidences happen, I guess. Right? It seems like my ex and his new girl wanted to get married as soon as possible. Thanks to you canceling the wedding, they were able to get the hall for quite a low price. Okay, I guess that makes sense. For those with a short relationship wanting a quick marriage, the timing and price couldn't be more perfect. Exactly. I honestly didn't know. Despite that, my ex-boyfriend really thinks I was out for revenge. He's saying I destroyed the wedding out of jealousy. He's even threatening to sue me for the damages. Oh dear. That's on top of the money for the damages to the hall. How's anyone meant to pay for that? Not only that, my ex is demanding $25,000. Isn't that a little over the top? Exactly. I don't have that type of money. That's why I'm begging you to help me. Please come and tell them the situation. Tell them it's all just a coincidence. Sorry, but that's a no. What? This is annoying. I don't want to get involved in this any further. Are you kidding me? Wait just a second. Are you gonna just abandon your own daughter? Who's this supposed daughter? I don't have a husband, nor do I have a daughter. Don't say such things, and please just help me out here. I really only have you to rely on. Actually, the only one you can rely on is your father. I tell you what,
If I remember tonight, I'll say a little prayer that your ex doesn't sue you. Now goodbye and good luck.
This can't be real. Wait. I'm begging you, don't throw me away.
It seems Robert managed to sell whatever bits and pieces he had to pay for the damages in full. He sold whatever he had in his possession, including his nice watches and even his car, and also dipped into his savings. As for the lawsuit, after apologizing profusely and repeatedly, Courtney convinced her ex-boyfriend that it was a misunderstanding. However, she was still forced to pay around $21,000 since the fact of the matter was that she still spoiled the wedding. Courtney complained quite a bit about that, saying how she really didn't plan it and it was all just a big misunderstanding. But she was still forced to pay. Afterwards, I heard she started buying strange pots and beads after searching for ways to rewind time. I hope she has more luck with that than she did weaseling out of her lawsuit.
Thank you very much for listening to the very end. If there's anyone that liked this video or got a good laugh from it, please leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe.